Hello world and welcome to Arch.fro. Today's video is going to be about my first day of vacation for 2018. It was on December 20th and I felt like drawing something that really commemorated the event because I haven't had a break since 2017. Alright, so I hope you enjoy and stay tuned. Okay, jumping right in. The first thing I want to talk about is this sketchbook. I bought it for my friend Ashley and her friend, the artist Javier, and they collaborated on it. Yeah, it's really cool. She made the book by hand with cutting the paper, wrapping it, and binding it, and she got her friend, an artist, to do decorative cover. Then she put it on and she's supporting local artists while supporting herself. Isn't that so cool? I think it's probably cooler because she also supported me by helping me sell some Christmas cards at a few craft sales during December. That was really nice of her. Okay, and now talking about my drawing. It's December 20, the first day of my vacation, and it has a windy feel to it because that's the day I flew out. You know, you take your inspiration where you get it, and I got my inspiration in the clouds. Yep. But more importantly, right now, since I'm talking to you from the distant future, from when I actually drew this, my concerns are really with producing videos. This is really kind of tricky. I didn't know it was going to be so hard to find something to talk about while looking at a video, but it's probably because I'm not talking to anybody. Well, I'm talking to you, but in my perspective, I'm just talking to my phone and it's not responding. I don't know how vloggers do it, but I guess I'll get practice doing these voiceovers more. Yep. And I'm done with the DEC and moving on to the 20. Well, what do you guys think about lettering? I think it's cool when you can get the letters uniform or looking like actual letters and numbers, but when you don't get them looking the right way, they tend to just I don't know. I like it when I just have to write it once. If I have to write it multiple times, then that's just out the door, impossible. It can't work. And now you wonder why I keep drawing squares and circles and triangles. It's because it's something I can just keep making. You know, I just use a protractor and a compass and rulers, and there you go. There's a whole Arch.fro. No, please still respect my work. I love doing it. Yes, and now you see me outlining but leaving a white space on the inside. That was a last minute decision I made for the drawing because I wanted it to have a light effect coming through the darkness, if that makes sense. I was kind of thinking of when you see a winter night painting or photograph where you're just seeing darkness and then you see a sliver of light. That's the feel I wanted to get in this. Not that I've ever seen winter, but I thought it would be cool. I really like that whole aesthetic. And now I'm using a brush pen filled with India ink. I think the one I got was Speedball. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it was Speedball. And I just filled the reservoir, and it has a push pump that just feeds more ink to the brush pen tip. Yeah, I would recommend this tool once you get practice, which I didn't have at this point. Yeah, it was completely new to me, and I realized you still need to apply multiple layers of ink. The paper in the sketchbook worked well enough. I don't think it was meant for this, but based on this exercise, it held up pretty good. And it didn't seep through to the other pages as much as I thought it might. Okay, and I'm almost done with that filling in with black. And if you've ever tried filling in an area with black, it's not the easiest thing. What I've realized works is to just find one marker or felt tip and just keep going. Just keep on going. It's going to look a little strokey. You're going to see the lines and the areas that you didn't get all the black, or maybe you went over twice versus other areas that you only went over once. But that's just what you get when you're working with black areas. I remember one artist on Instagram asked the question, how do you fill in an area in black and get it uniform? And the answer I gave them was you just keep going. You just try with a marker. If it works, that's great. If it looks a little spotty, you can always fix it on something like Photoshop, or even just using Instagram's filters. That works really well, surprisingly. Yeah, that's actually taking a look behind the curtain for my account, because that's what I do on most of my drawings. I just use the heightened contrast, I play with the brightness, and I use a filter, and it comes out pretty smooth. Okay, so I'm almost done with the drawing, and yes, you see those white streaks, that's the effect that I wanted. I want it to look very light, almost like you're seeing a string just floating about. Yeah, and that's just to say that I'm freer now. And that's the final product. I hope you liked it. It was interesting trying out the new ink technique. And yeah, so if you liked it, please subscribe. You can always leave a like. Likes are free. And you can go follow me on Instagram. That's where I started, and that's where I have most of my content. All right, thanks guys, and I hope you have a great new year.